Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense comes onto the field first today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Allen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent, and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You know what they need. You know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game on home team.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. And David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches to try to keep them away from this guy, because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. Get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible, because he has wrecked many a games.
He'll keep it himself. Nice move. Made him miss again. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man, 3rd down and long situations, nobody has it. Look at that. Runs the option to perfection, keeps the football, and gets the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Mississippi State right back to the line. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
Finds his big tight end. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mississippi State! The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for space, it's Allen. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was...
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Receivers do this every day, all day. Throw it up. I will go get it. I will stay in bounds. Nice job knowing where he was at on the field to get that foot in bounds, to get the big touchdown for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Trying play action. He makes the catch. All out of space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This drive will open from the 15. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And how about this young fella who's slinging the pill, man? His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders. Touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on second and 10. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Got his man on the right. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. Going. Massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a grab deep. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. Well, when he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Third and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. Has to get there to move the sticks. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. With the run on first and goal. And the defense... firm, no pickup at all on that play. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Scores on the sneak.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much as the defense. QB runs in for 6.
28, South Carolina, 21.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They'll keep this drive moving by picking. First down, they have it at the 36.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Croman Hope. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. Makes the grab. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in.
There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Mississippi State, 35.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Wants to adjust the pattern. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires it down the seam. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Stewart. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Got a man. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown Gamecocks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something... that have had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Working that left side now.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback. And a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the rush will get to him at the 25. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Caught. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Works the middle of the field. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Going right to work up top. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On target over the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a...
Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, South Carolina. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Off-play action on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Catch in the middle, it's Hoffman. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. They go to the ground. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. The quick out. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it. For 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a crease. It's Cole. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Gamecocks are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi.
Juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul? Gets the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds a man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. This is like he's orchestrating a video game out there. I mean, he's right at 500 yards. He's a step or 2 or 3 ahead of any coverage he sees.
Or 12, Reese. I mean, this defense just doesn't have an answer for him. They've blitzed him. They've played zone coverage. They try to man up these receivers.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Working that left side. Trying to take it back. That defense got gas, but they finally get into the turf at the 47.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
How about that critical moment in the 4th quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the 4th quarter by this quarterback.
On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing it. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Cole. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Worthy. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Worthy. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
1st and goal, South Carolina.
Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Brings up
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Under fire. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most...
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Leaves it with the back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's caught. It's Stewart. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. Punts it out of the air.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Worthy. Breaks into the open. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramp. Touchdown, South Carolina! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse